In 2 Corinthians 3, Paul calls the Ten Commandments, representing the whole law of Moses, the ministry of death engraved in letters on stone in glory. This, says Paul, has now been replaced by the ministry of the Spirit, the greater glory. You show that you are a letter from Christ, the result of our ministry written not with ink, but with the Spirit of the living God, not on tablets of stone, but on tablets of human hearts. Later, in the same chapter, Paul says all Christians are being transformed into the same image from one degree of glory to another, for this comes from the Lord, the Spirit. Here Paul sees that both Jew and Gentile are now part of the one body, that is the church, by the one and the same Spirit. For in one Spirit we were all baptized into one body, whether Jews or Greeks, slave or free, and we were all given one Spirit to drink. I speak to sensible people. Judge for yourselves what I say. Is not the cup of thanksgiving for which we give thanks a participation in the blood of Christ? And is not the bread that we break a participation in the body of Christ? Because there's one loaf, we who are many are one body, that is one church, for we all share the one loaf. You have clothed yourselves with the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge according to the image of its creator. In that renewal there is no longer Greek and Jew, circumcised and uncircumcised, barbarian, Scythian, slave and free, but Christ is all and in all. For he is our peace, who made both groups, that is, Jew and Gentile, one, and tore down the dividing wall of hostility. In his flesh he made of no effect the law, that is, the law of Moses, consisting of commands and expressed in regulations, that is, dogmas, so that he might create in himself one new man from the two, resulting in peace. He did this so that he might reconcile both to God in one body through the cross, by which he put the hostility to death. And again, Paul emphasized the points. So tell me, you who want to be under law, that is, the law of Moses, do you not listen to the law? For it is written that Abraham had two sons, one by the slave woman and one by the free woman. But the son by the slave woman was born according to the flesh, and the son by the free woman through the promise. This is speaking allegorically. For these women are two covenants, one coming from Mount Sinai, giving birth to children who are to be slaves. She is Hagar. Now this Hagar is Mount Sinai in Arabia, and corresponds to the present Jerusalem, for she is enslaved with her children. But the Jerusalem above is free. She is our mother.